Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at modern women having meltdowns over the future. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course.
Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Well, we have women come in there, we ask them what the average height they want. They all want 6 feet taller. That's the top 14% of the population. They want to make $100,000 a year. That puts you in the top 26% of the population. Men who aren't obese, that's only 25% of men that are not obese. And you want them to not be married. Well, guess what, ladies? All the good-looking guys who are fit make $100,000 a year. A lot of them are married. By the way, 30% of the men on Tinder are married. 30%. That is like one of the most outrageous statistics. For some of you, it's probably not. If you're an exotic dancer or whatever, you're probably like, yeah, I thought it would be 50%. For me, I just like, society has broken somewhere. If 30% of men on Tinder are married, that is mind-boggling to me, right? They're not even considering the concept of monogamy.
Bro is spitting straight facts here. It may not be ideal, but sometimes we have to lower our standards to find the one.
I just came to the realization why I'm single. Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive. Okay, this is not supposed to be offensive, but I see their wives and they just look like so, like, you know, like, not like this, just like, you know, like, I pretend my tattoos are gone. Dude, I look crazy. Like, that's why guys don't want to wife me up. And I just come to this realization today. See? Or maybe it's because all of them see me eat sushi after I get out of the grocery store in my car with my bare fingers and drink sweet tea. Oh no. Guys, I thought these men wanted, like, you know, big, strong, tough girls. I don't know. I feel like all of them are like super girly, and all these guys are like, yeah, that's my girl. She's like housewife stuff, and I'm over here like, I own my own business. I'm covered in tattoos. I'm a little but that's okay. We embrace it. But yeah, I don't think any guy's gonna wife me up because they can't take me seriously, and I just realized that. Damn.
She's finally hitting that realization that guys don't want someone with fake eyelashes, big muscles, pretending to be someone they are not, and good on her.
How many relationships you've been in where you can't be fully honest with somebody?
I don't know about fully honest. But
that's my point.
Not being myself.
But that's my point.
Having to
being yourself,
yeah.
Being honest, all of those things are the things that I'm speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't do that with somebody that you're in a relationship with, you can see this person naked, you can sleep with them, you can do all these other things, but you can't tell them the truth.
Right.
You got a problem.
Honesty is key in any relationship. Without it, the relationship is bound to fail.
Is it possible to be too fit? Like, can you be too fit and that creates a low value image?
Does that even make sense?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Really? Can a man have too much money?
No. I don't know. Sometimes at a point, money can create some issues that I'm not sure.
Money can create issues?
Yes, it can create some issue at a certain point. It's a very, very high level, but
really, what number?
I'm thinking once you get into the billions.
You date billionaires?
No, I don't date billionaires. No.
So why are you deflecting like that?
Deflecting the question of, is it possible to have too much money?
Yeah, if you don't date billionaires, why would you go to something as asinine, as extreme as that?
Oh. I guess I didn't realize the question. So Okay, this is what I essentially called in for, is because I can give you my rundown. I'm 30 years old. I have no children.
This whole conversation is asinine. No, money doesn't create issues in relationships, but people seeking it above all else certainly does.
I don't think I'm a lazy person because I've been working since, I don't know, I think like 11th grade. So since like 17, 18, and I actually graduated and got a job and then realized that adulting is not easy. Like I don't know what to do. Like I'm in a midlife crisis where like everything looked beautiful till 24, and once you turn 25 everything is going down the hill. Like I don't know. When I go to work, I'm hearing about work. When I go home, I hear about me getting married, or like some guy from India, or someone, or like me getting an arranged marriage. And then anywhere you go, all I hear is about my marriage. And excuse me, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
And well, that's just the way life goes. Sometimes we need to push through it all.
Why do you think a woman who is an average looking, below average physicality, below average weight, can sit around talking about they're gonna hold out? Or wait, what are you waiting for? The answer is what many are waiting for is a sucker. They're waiting for somebody to go ahead and say, you know what? Even though you got 200,000 miles on you and had a couple of wrecks, I'm going to go ahead and pay brand new prices for it.
Wow, this dude just put it all into perspective as if he were talking about a car. That is one clean analogy.
I'm just trying to get home from work. What the is your problem? I ride this bus twice a day, every day. You're keeping me pressing me. I said, leave me the alone. No, I'm not. Touch me and there'll be a problem. I'm not getting a bus. I have done this for the past week and a half because I've explained to everyone twice a day that I can't afford to pay my fare because I'm an independent woman in San Diego.
Sometimes money is a struggle, but $2.50, come on now.
As a childless woman in my early 40s, I'm constantly thinking about my retirement and what that looks like. And it's always the same, no matter what. And it has been since my 30s, which is to live in a hut or a well-framed cabin in the woods with a community of women. And we all just like grow our own food, make our own preserves, read books, fix everything ourselves, have coffee together in the morning, drink wine at night, have a bunch of cats and dogs and chickens and goats, maybe some horses, pigs, whatever. And then we do really weird at night that makes everyone scared to come up to our property and just leaves us alone forever until we all just in our beds, happy. That sounds like a pretty good retirement.
Hey, if this is the life she wants to live, then why not make it happen instead of just talking about it?
I don't get dating nowadays. This is the largest group of hurt, bitter pen pals I've ever seen in my entire life. It's absurd. Like, you'll establish mutual interest with somebody, exchange numbers, and then you want to good morning me beautiful until my head is ready to explode. Like, I don't know about y'all, but my attention span is not something to play with. You've got 2 or 3 weeks of chit-chatting with me and FaceTiming before I expect you in person. All right? This isn't summer camp. Let's keep in touch. No. I want to feel the weight of a man's I can't say it, it's TikTok, but you guys, you get what I'm saying. Like, we need to establish real life chemistry. I'm not going to keep talking to you, talking about I miss you. I don't know how. We've never met. More, if you miss me, why aren't you in front of me? Like, what's the issue here? Why aren't you making a move? Lock it in, buddy. Are you short? Do you smell? Are you poor? You can't afford a date? We can go to a park. Like, are you married? What is the issue? Because now you acting sus, and I lose interest on suspect people. Like, what? Lock it in.
Dude probably didn't make a move because he wasn't interested. That's something she probably should have noticed early on before this heartbreak.
Is anyone else in their 30s going through a midlife crisis at the moment? I'm up to my third. My divorce was the first one. Second one, buying a drum kit, deciding I wanted to learn how to play drums. Third, it's just dawned on me. I've sold my house, sold my car, sold everything I own, dwindled it down to a little suitcase, and I'm about to move to a country that I haven't even visited. I haven't even been there on holiday. I haven't even flown that far. I am moving to a country. What am I doing?
Now, this all sounds nice and happy, but once she gets there, she's probably gonna realize that she's lost everything and has to start from the ground up. You really have to avoid people like this in your life or they'll take you right with them.
Something about me is I've been single for 6 years, and the minute I get the ick from a guy, the minute he annoys me just a little bit too much, the minute I feel suffocated, the minute you've annoyed me or there's some sort of drama, I am done. Like, I have had a really good ride being single, living my own life, doing my own thing. I have a very chill, drama-free life, and I just don't have time to like teach a guy how to treat me, you know, and I just cannot be bothered with someone I just met to sit down and like, I don't know, like I just accept the way you are, and if that's who you are, great. I'm going to move on and find someone else. And I think also with that, I just haven't met anyone that I like enough to care enough about to work through whatever has annoyed me.
If this is really her mindset, she's most likely going to be single all her life. She'll have some cats to keep her company, though.
Get unready with me after being stood up. I was actually really excited to go on this date, not gonna lie. Figure I'll just make some food and watch a movie and cry probably a little bit more. The funny part about it too is that I wasn't even the one that asked to go on the date. But I guess instead of sitting here and trying to rehash all the reasons why this may have happened, I'm just going to move on.
Gotta love her positivity. As much as she wanted to go on that date, he wasn't the one for her. Time to move on and find better.
I am not capable of casual anymore, you guys. Clearly. I hadn't with anyone for 4 months, which is like the longest it's been probably since I've been active. Yeah, and I gave in and I let my guard down, and holy, it's really sacred. I'm a little bit mad at myself that I shared it so willy-nilly. I did not realize how much I have been craving a really deep love. I'm a sensitive girl, you guys. But now I know. Are not for me. I used to be able, like a year ago, if you asked me all the names of people I with, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, wow. Sacred.
This is something she should have thought about before going out and getting with a bunch of random dudes. I guess this is just a wake-up call.
I'm gonna let you men in on a little secret. Ladies, don't kill me for this, but women hate for a man to know his worth. I said it, yeah. We don't like that shit. Around thinking he know his worth. Oh, he too good for this, he too good for that. A man that know his worth ain't gonna let us play with him, and I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that. I need you to come around not knowing.
Yeah, obviously, because these men are tired of getting played with. Knowing your worth and staying true to yourself is the best way to live.
I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. This one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just going to call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them.
So there's nothing to blame but feminism. How about your own self and what you truly believed? They never want to live independent life once the hard stuff hits. Wait until she finds out about the e-brake so her car doesn't roll back on her.
I'm not a strong, independent woman, okay? I need a man. I can't open the can.
This is our soft life era. We don't want to do it all. She don't want to be a strong black woman.
No.
I don't want to be super mom.
No.
We need help.
They lied to us.
Help.
Miss Independent, well, who that? Who? Where they do that at? Not here.
And hopefully they will find a man to take care of them as much as they need. Good on them, realizing what they need.
I need some conflict in my life.
I almost broke up with my husband because I thought he was boring. Turns out he was just healthy and sane. Every time we became misaligned, he would just want to sit down and talk about it calmly, hear each other out, forgive each other if necessary, and just move on and continue growing. And I misinterpreted this as him not fighting for my love. You see, I grew up in a very chaotic type of love, the novela type, where everybody's slamming doors, yelling at each other. You don't talk to each other for days. And so I thought that that was love. I thought that that was passion.
It's always hard to hear about people growing up in such toxic environments. It can really ruin our idea of love. But it's time to grow up now and realize that is not the way it goes.
I have reached my breaking point of having to do this life thing alone. I just want to be held, nurtured, loved, cared for, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, in all aspects. I want my heart and soul to be seen and held. I just can't do it alone anymore, and I'm at my breaking point. I can do it physically alone. I've been doing it, but I don't want to. I don't deserve to, because I am worthy of companionship, of community, of love, of affection, of support, of someone lifting me up, motivating me, encouraging me. I am worthy of that, so I deserve to receive that. I don't want to do it alone anymore, and I've been crying all day because of it.
All I heard was me, me, me. Maybe you'll find someone when you realize you have to put in some effort too.
Okay, so as a woman, one thing that I'm very sick and tired of seeing is all of these women giving bad advice, especially to the younger women. Because you know what it is? Misery loves company. I see all of these women in their 30s, 40s, 50s that are giving terrible advice to women in their 20s and even younger than that. So coming from a woman, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you what hitting the wall means. So men value different things than women do. They value beauty, youth, and they value someone that respects themselves. When you start aging, your biological clock is ticking, and that is just a real fact. Going into your 30s, your options are going to be less than when you were in your 20s. And those guys around your age are now looking at the younger women, and you're going to be competing now with the 20-year-olds for the guys that you want. And then now when you're ready to start settling down and possibly start thinking about having kids, those same guys might feel like you're rushing them, and they might not want the same things at this point. So then the dating market starts getting stressful, and then now these women are rushing for time because now their biological clock is really ticking and they want to go through the stages. And then a lot of them end up single, a lot of them end up childless because they chose to have fun in their 20s instead of looking for a relationship. And they thought that when the time came that they did want to settle down, that they would still have all the options that they had when they were 20. But then reality hits, and a lot of them end up childless and single, and not by choice.
She knows exactly what she's talking about here. Time is ticking, and it doesn't get any better as you age.
Accountability.
Preach, brother.
Where that?
Everybody.
She is blaming people she went to. Ain't nobody know about this situation but two people. So the outside area that she trying to select, oh, I wish I had a new circle. Wish I had told a new group. I wish I would have told somebody else. How about you didn't tell nobody? Aisha said the best. She came in it by herself. She got out of it by herself. So why you adding everybody else and then gonna blame them for making you do something that you brought?
You know they text her right after that on podcast. So helpful.
You know they not even friends no more. She in the other group chat. They dogging her now.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, that's so disgusting when they come. Yeah.
She looking for the
but
other
you know,
friends.
I don't
Hey,
understand.
y'all come
Often
help
a
me.
lot of women do this. I don't know about the men group, but I know a lot of women group. They use their friends as form of validation.
Just because your friends believe one thing doesn't mean you need to believe the same. That is not a valid excuse at all.
why low quality 40 years old men tend to...
Okay, I'll sum it up for you. Basically, she says that all men want to manipulate women and we can't manipulate 40-year-old women, which is actually not true because they're probably even easier to be manipulated because they're desperate. So that's it.
This guy might actually be onto something here. Maybe it's just the older women that are jealous.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about this yet. I want to share my experience with aging. I'm 37 now. I'm going to be 38 in a week. And in the last year or so, I've really struggled with my appearance. And it's not so much of like a shallow thing, not wanting to look old. I know I'm not old yet, but if you're 20 something, you're like, oh, you are old. If you're 60, I'm not old, you know? It's all relative. But it's not even that I'm like upset about a wrinkle or a blemish or a pigmentation. It's this just really weird phenomenon that happens where you don't recognize yourself and you're trying to look like you always have. And not in an age way, but just in a recognizing yourself. And so I'll do my eyebrows and I'm like, well, that didn't do it. Okay, maybe I just need more concealer. And then that doesn't do it. And then you realize you've lost volume in your face. And I now have these like really deep, they're just hollow, right? My thin is more skin. Just all these things have changed that makeup can't change. I guess plastic surgery or like augmentation injections can maybe fix, but it's just odd to seek yourself in the mirror or on camera and not be able to find it and having to become okay with this new person. And I don't know. I think women will understand.
Aging is not easy for anyone, but those who can embrace the beauty of aging instead of giving up are bound to succeed.
What are you doing? Cute. This is cute, but respectfully, I need like 6'3", 6'4", or higher than that.
I was just gonna say, I thought you had an interest in look.
This isn't even my moment. My lashes are like 3 weeks old.
I don't even think you need makeup.
I don't.
You need plastic surgery. Hey, yo!
But what the hell, boy?
Hey, yo!
She tried insulting him, so he fired right back. She had it coming.
I am processing the most triggering breakup I've had in 9 years. It happened the day before flying abroad to meet my parents on a 9-day travel tour. I feel like I'm in the body of my 16-year-old self with all of the turmoil of my emotions trapped inside this pressure cooker of my body while I fake smile for cheesy tourist pics.
Wait, so my entire family just in a plane crash? No, sorry, I just don't really know what to say. Could I actually call you back later?
Yeah, recording yourself crying and putting it all over the internet will always be crazy to me. If this is how you handle your emotions, I don't think you need to be teaching people how to handle their emotions. You guys have made it to the end. Like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.